went out there with the best intentions. The lads had one day off. They got into Dubai at 7 in the morning and they're entitled to a bit of downtime. It's not as if they were doing a conga in a dressing room, dancing the baccarat, or travelling up and down a train journey from London to Glasgow with COVID. So I think we've been harshly treated. I want to apologise to our supporters for the fallout. It shouldn't be Peter that had to do it. It should have been me. It was my decision, along with the backroom team, the medical staff, sports science, to go with the best intentions for the benefit of the team going forward for the second half of the season. Unfortunately, it's not worked out that way. We've had one positive test, but that shows that our protocols were very good out of a group of 60-odd people. So I think the fallout from this has been, way too much, and a bit of bullying going on. And we've been held to a far higher standard than any other club. End of the day, we've gone out there with the best intentions, professional, just like other clubs are doing at the minute. Actually, we were out there and speaking to the manager of the training complex, and he was saying, look, if there's a circuit break in England, we've had some inquiries from English clubs as well. British Athletics were out there, so Zenit St. Petersburg are out there now. So it wasn't just exclusive to Celtic going out there. Other clubs use the facility because it's world class. I do regret that we have to have lost 13 players and 3 very important members of staff, but that was something out of our control, obviously. We've been held to a higher standard than any other club. There's outbreaks all over the country. Aston Villa have shut down, Raith Rovers. They haven't travelled anywhere. So we could have easily stayed here and maybe had an outbreak, but because our protocols are so good, we've been able to quell that. In terms of the trip itself, we felt really good on the way back. We felt we had a great week, quality of work, physical and mentally really good coming back and looking forward to the second half of the season. But, this thing is sort of taken off and we've been shot at from all sides. Rightly or wrongly, you all have your own opinions, morally or professionally. But my intention from November, when this was first mooted, was it was to be the best thing to do at the time. The players were sitting in a bar. For me, they weren't on top of one another. They weren't. We were outside in our bubble, having a beer for half an hour. This has been made out to be something that it's not. And like I said, we weren't doing a conga, 20-man conga, which is lauded by all and sundry because Scotland qualified for the Euros. Our players weren't behaving like that at all. And like I say, 80% of them are teetotal. So for anyone to call it a jolly is totally disrespectful to their professionalism and the way they conduct themselves as men.
Would you accept?
For me, there was nothing wrong with the photographs. And by the way, it's illegal to take photographs in Dubai without someone's consent. But however, we weren't hiding anything. We weren't up to anything. We were out there sitting there on our day off, having travelled all through the night, which again is our problem, not anybody else's. But it was impossible to do any training the next day. So they were given some downtime like we all were. And this has been a stick to beat us with, these photographs, and it's completely preposterous. But you show me anyone who is doing the right things. So, for example, when we played Hibs, we had to bus 6 players in 2 buses because we were told now that that's the way it has to be. 3 people on a 52-seater bus. That's not been going on throughout the season. We've been going to away grounds where we're cramped in like sardines, Boxing Day at Hamilton. There's no social distancing there, no physical distancing. So it's inconsistent. Protocols of different clubs are inconsistent. Go to St. Johnstone, all crammed into a little dressing room, inconsistent. But as soon as Celtic are deemed to do something wrong, bang, you're all wanting blood. It's absolutely scandalous. The whole squad's negative, bar 2 players. I think that's remarkable. And I think it totally blows out of the water the way the trip, the way the training camp has been portrayed by certain quarters of the media, by certain pundits, and by certain government officials as well. We did not abuse any privilege. We did the right things. We were absolutely, totally professional. We had a little drink in the afternoon on a day off, completely allowed, no law breaking. Yet no, we come back to this barrage of absolute hypocrisy.